Alright, myself versus Dylan. A few passes of sword, a couple passes of dagger. I'm starting up in Goffredo Mezzana. Line up a thrust to the armpit and try for it. I don't think I quite landed that, or at least not satisfactorily. He goes into Vera Croce. I feint high, go a little bit lower, and he kind of deflects it down into his thigh, lowering, doing armor as worn.
You okay?
Now it's Dylan's turn to go into Goffredo Mezzana, and he lands this thrust. It's a really nice thrust. I thought that it hit my visor in the moment, but that was in the Aventail and really nice thrust. Should have counted that, but didn't feel it at the time. Now I'm in Vera Crochet for just a second. This one definitely does hit my visor though. Harness fighting, a game of inches. Bastard cross, and then raised serpent, go low. And I get a thrust in toward the groin. That point should have been Dylan's though. But hey, that's why we have video. Another pass. This time Dylan's going to go into kind of a race serpent, but his pommel's forward. I'm laughing because he was talking about trying a gladiatorial play that starts like this. Then I go into Bastard Cross and make a good cover, but I don't quite get the thrust that I want. I'm trying to rip his hand off of his sword. It doesn't quite work out. That thrust is also off of the bottom of my visor. And then he has this point in my arm here, but like again, there's not really any momentum to it, and he's not breaking my structure or anything. So I personally wouldn't count that. And I end up with a disarm, and he yields, so we call that point. He did have a couple of pretty close ones in there too. Going to dagger, Goffredo Mezzana, doubled and crossed from me. He's just a little too out of measure, I think, to really have a good strike there. I do a first master-ish kind of thing, but I just grab the dagger instead of his wrist. And he does a good first master cover to stop my strike. And he actually ends up disarming me there, but I still have his dagger in my left hand, and I get a strike in. This is just him asking me if he disarmed my dagger.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was just showing him I had it in my left hand. Goffredo Mezzana doubled and crossed again, just for a second. My strike was short. That strike of his was actually, it hit the Cordzina. Even though it hit the Aventail as well, the Aventail covers part of the Cordzina. And appearance by the milk jug, windy day, neighbors recycling. That was a good thrust there. I feel like it kind of went more over my shoulder. A lot of people also won't count those kind of overhand thrusts to high targets. But it was a good shot anyways. We keep going, and he definitely gets that one. I may have gotten one at the same time, but I stopped here. So I wasn't sure if it was in my helmet or Aventail, but I knew he had a lot of close ones, so I just wanted to check in with him. He thought it was in the Aventail. I had no reason to not believe him. Yeah, nice fighting by Dylan. Keep up the good work, and I hope you all enjoyed. Please click like, share, subscribe, be good to each other, and ciao.